Welcome back to the Andrew Miles Project. I'm Andrew, of course. Got me thinking today was when I came to work, I seen the Spirit Halloween store opened up. So it's August, so time to get your Halloween decorations. When I was growing up, you didn't see a lot of people decorate for Halloween or anything like that. I loved Halloween. But you didn't see many people decorate their yards or anything like that for Halloween. We had neighbors across the street that had put like these boxes out, and when you were walking up their house trick-or-treating, they'd jump up and try to scare you. That was fun. It seems like now that every holiday you decorate for. See, Christmas, people start decorating probably around here in probably late September maybe, or even October, around Halloween time. So they'll have a mix of Halloween decorations and Christmas decorations in the yard. But yeah, Halloween was pretty fun as a kid. We'd have interesting costumes when I was a kid. I didn't come from the we weren't poor, or we weren't really rich either. So Dad basically would look around where he worked at. He worked by King Milling over in Lowell, and there'd be like burlap sacks out there. And so one year, I went in as an Indian, but nowadays you're called Native American. I don't want to go jump over that or anything like that, but yeah, we were Native Americans as a kid basically. So my mom would basically take these burlap sacks, cut a couple armholes and a head hole out. We'd put that over our clothes, and then paint like different things on it, like Native American, I guess. Apparently a lot of people would they were like, they didn't care back then. As long as you had something on, they'd give you candy. Like one year I was a hobo. Basically now they'd be called a homeless person. My mom actually took I don't know if she took paint or charcoal or something, and made me have a fake 5 o'clock shadow. Had the stick with the bandana at the end of it. Looked like I had that's where my stuff was. That for 1 year. Really didn't have the fancy costumes. Didn't go buy the mask or anything like that. Didn't have a mask or anything. 1 year I played Lowell youth football, and so basically that was a costume right there. Football uniform. Wore that, and it was fun is because I don't know if anyone else's elementary schools, they would have Halloween parties. It'd be almost right after lunch. I went home because the elementary school was right by the house that I grew up in as a kid. So I went home for lunch. I think I was Dracula one year, and my mom put all gel in my hair, slicked it back. Pretty sure I had a mullet back in 5th grade. I remember it was 5th grade. She got my face all white, had the fangs, even had the cape. And so I was Dracula one year. I think that was probably the most expensive costume I had, probably, because my mom had to buy a cape and the fangs. I think I just had a white shirt on underneath it, and black pants. Even my parents would take part in Halloween. My mom, when we were younger, before we could go out by ourselves, go trick-or-treating, my brother and I. My brother was 5 years older, so he did his own thing. But I still remember him going out as a few years with me, trick-or-treating and all that stuff. But then he got older, didn't want to hang out with his little brother anymore. Who wouldn't, who wants to hang out with their little brother? And so my parents, my mom and the neighbor lady across the street, they would take us trick-or-treating, and they had this little mini wagon they'd take with us. And there was they'd have cocktails ready to go. They're walking around trick-or-treating and taking us trick-or-treating and making cocktails, Hey, whatever gets you through. My dad would stay back handing out candy to the kids. One year he was during his drinking days before he quit drinking. I think that was, I want to say it was like 1984 and 85. He had this old rubber old man mask. He put a hole in it so he could stick a cigarette in there, and took out the glass of the door. I don't know if I'd said this before. I don't know, in my old videos. Took out the glass or the screen in the door and put a stool there, and put on Black Sabbath and the band Black Sabbath. Everyone's heard of Black Sabbath, Ozzy and all that. And put the speakers in the windows, and I think he made like a little girl cry one year. I think that's what he taught, because he kind of was scary looking. But you get older, you start going by yourself. Our thing was we'd go to the cemetery down the street, down on Washington Street, and we'd go out there, we'd like make up our own urban legends. Like there's a Civil War statue that one of my buddies and I named Greenie, because we said it would glow at night. So we'd go there as a dare and hang out there, and so we did. It was spooky, Cemeteries on Halloween night, that's spooky. Yeah, God, Halloween. And of course, the candies you'd get. We never went to the rich neighborhoods or anything like that of Lowell. Back then, there wasn't really a lot of rich neighborhoods in Lowell. We were just happy to get anything, I'd take, I had like a little plastic pumpkin, and then when I was getting older, I would just take a pillowcase, fill it up with candy. But then you'd get the cheap old people in the neighborhoods that would hand out the weirdest stuff ever. Sometimes you'd get like, they'd literally hand out a couple pennies or a couple nickels or something, and put that in your jack-o'-lantern or your pillowcase or anything like that. So you'd go at the end of the night, dump your candy out. There'd be a couple pennies, some nickels, no dimes or quarters or ones or anything like that. But the one thing I would never eat, and this one weird old lady, I forget what it was. I think it was on Lafayette Street or something like that, by the river. And this old lady would hand out cheese curls, not like Cheetos, but the cheese curls, like cheap ones. And she would put it in like sandwich bags. I'm not talking about Ziploc bags. I'm talking about the one sandwich bags that fold over, and then you tuck it in like that. Yeah, that was the first thing to get thrown out. It was just gross. Who would do that? I never went into neighborhoods where they hand out toothbrushes or anything like that. Didn't have that. It was all candy. And we get home, dump the candy out, and my dad would get his what he wanted out of our candy. That candy would be there forever. I think I remember one year we still had Halloween candy in April still, not 8. You'd get a bunch of stuff in that neighborhood. It was a good time. And then being an adult now, my wife and I, we'd when we first got together, we would have people over. We'd make a big pot of chili. The past couple of years we did. It was always raining. It was cold. Oh, who remembers? Oh, if you grew up in a cold climate, and it was like one year it would snow, and we'd basically have winter coats either under or over our costumes. But that's Michigan for you. You can't really predict the weather in Michigan. Like today, it's pretty warm today. The last couple of days it was perfect weather, like 70s. Starting to get a little bit muggy again, but used to it. Yeah, so we would get and have to wear winter coats and all that good stuff. Well, back to when at the house, being an adult, we sat outside, had a bonfire in front of the house, and we have kids coming up. Not a lot of kids, because I think, and this is my personal opinion, I think the thing that's ruined Halloween now is either the churches do it or some kind, businesses do it, like in parking lots, is the trunk or treats. Trunk or treats, yeah. So basically, it would be people in a parking lot with their trunks open, handing out candy to kids. That sounds kind of creepy. I think people would stay away from me if I took this big giant white van to a parking lot and tried to hand out candy to kids. That'd be weird. They'd frown upon that. Yeah, the trunk or treats, it was like every year it seems like there's less and less trick-or-treaters out there. And I live in a perfectly safe neighborhood, regular houses. Really don't talk to the neighbors too much. It's not like when I was a kid down low where everyone in the neighborhood know each other. And maybe it's not as safe anymore. I don't know. Kids don't think, I mean, parents think they're coddling the kids maybe too much, you know. When I was gotten about 5th grade, I'd go trick-or-treating by myself, you know, as long as I'd be home at a certain time. And it seems like now, like, trick-or-treating gets over so early, it seems like I would be out, but that was different when I was a kid. It probably seemed like 9 o'clock was late for me. It's like dark out, spooky, all that good stuff. It's good. Kids have imaginations back then. They still do now. But I think Halloween has changed. Trunk or treats, that's stupid. Forget about the trunk or treats. Hit the neighborhoods again. Get the good candy. You know, they probably get better candy. Probably, if it's Midland, they probably have whole bars of candies, not fun sizes. Kids out there probably getting whole Snicker bars, and not the baby ones, baby fun size ones. But yeah, it's just a different scenario now with Halloween. Yeah, in case you didn't notice, I did have different type of music playing for theme and exit, intro and outro. That was my brother. He did that music. Thank you, Tom, for putting in nice music. Now I won't get copyright ever again. Took me a while to get it. He probably felt like I didn't like his music or anything like that, but once I heard it, I was like, oh, that fits perfectly. Thank you. Like I said, thanks, Tom. Put a nice theme music together. But yeah, that's all I have for now. Like, comment, and subscribe. Comment and tell me what you remember as a kid trick-or-treating on Halloween. If you're not a subscriber, if you fall on this page, comment. Love more subscribers. But I'm happy just doing this. I took a little break there for a few days, just trying to get what I want to do on this page. I mix it up a little bit, but lately at work I've been doing it in the van at lunchtime. It's a busy day today. Nice day, everyone's shopping. But like I said, like, comment, subscribe to the Andrew Miles Project. I'm Andrew, of course, and I'm gonna have plenty more videos, content out there. Put it out there. Gosh, I can't believe this is like, I want to say either the 35th or 36th video. I can't believe I kept it up. All right, that's all I got for now. Hope you like this video. And I said it, I'll say it again. Like, comment, and subscribe. Bye for now.